Hello friends, welcome to Vidya's cooking channel. This is Vidya Lakshmi. Today I'm going to show you how I prepare this lace momos, also called as pan fried momos. Some people call it as pot stickers. So for the stuffing, I'll be using broccoli, mushrooms, baby corn, and I prepared a very tasty filling. I'll be using button mushrooms, baby corn, broccoli, onion, spring onions, and finely chopped coriander, green chilies. We'll also require curry powder, garam masala powder, and Ajinomoto, which is MSG. I'll also be using ginger and garlic paste for the filling. If you can finely chop all the veggies, please do it. But here I'm using a mixer jar. I've added the onion, baby corn, and chilies. I'm going to pulse it twice into a coarse format and add it to a wok directly. The wok is still not placed on the fire. So once I've pulsed it to a coarse format, I've transferred it to the wok. I'm going to follow the same step and pulse all my veggies in the same manner. If you have time, you can do this finely chopping it, or you can use a food processor. Otherwise, use a mixer jar itself. That's more than enough. Once you pulse all your veggies, you add it to the wok directly. So this way of preparing the filling is easier for me. Even the mushrooms, you have to be a bit careful with the mushrooms when you're pulsing it. Just pulse it twice. It should be coarse. So all the ingredients and measurements used in this recipe will be listed in the description box below this video. The same recipes are also translated and posted in YouTube Tamil link, my social media handles, that is Instagram, Facebook and Twitter. All the links to my social media and a detailed recipe blog link. The detailed recipe blog link will also be listed in the description box below this video. Now I've added the finely chopped coriander, finely chopped spring onion, curry powder, garam masala powder, Ajinomoto, salt and ginger and garlic paste. Just before placing it on the stove, I've added salt and a few teaspoons of oil, and I placed it on the stove for the masala to cook well. Because we have added raw garam masala, it has to cook a bit, and the water from the mushroom content should reduce. I placed this for few minutes on the stove and I fried it till all that moisture content has evaporated. Check for salt and now add salt if needed. Now the filling is ready. I'll allow this to cool. I'll prepare the dough. I've sifted and added maida to a mixing bowl. To the maida, I'll be adding salt and baking powder. Now I'll combine the baking powder and salt. We have to form a semi-tight dough by adding warm water. It should be lukewarm water. Gradually add lukewarm water and knead it to a semi-tight dough. It should be tighter, slightly tighter than the chapati dough. Now at this point you can add ghee, you can add oil, it's up to you. I prefer adding oil because the dough remains soft and it doesn't form that crust. So I'll add oil and I'll knead it further for 10 minutes. You can prepare this dough ahead of time, and you can prepare the filling ahead of time if you find it difficult, and you can prepare the momos as required. You can store this in the fridge. Now you can see the dough has rested for almost half an hour and my filling is also cooled down completely. I'll start rolling out the dough and form circles so that I can fill it and start preparing the lace momos. Here I have just dusted my surface with some flour. I took a roundel and I rolled a large sheet. Using a cutter, I will be cutting out even circles. So this way you can prepare a bunch of momos, and for every set you can serve around 12 to 15 momos. So here you can see I have prepared the circles evenly and I reserved that. Now my filling has cooled down completely. At this point it's easy for us to fill the momos and start forming it. I first filled a tablespoon of that filling in the center and I pinched the momo in half first and I started plating it. So that way it's easier. I've done detailed videos how I prepare the momos. I'm not an expert in doing all these pleats. So gradually even I learnt it. The easiest way is what I'm showing you here. Now I've taken a pan that I'm going to fry these momos in, and I've brushed it with a generous amount of oil. So I'll start arranging the momos. Give enough gap for each momo so that once it cooks it will puff up a bit and it will fry evenly. So at this point I have also mixed 2 teaspoons of corn flour in some water. I'll add the corn flour mixture to the momos and I'll place the pan on low to medium flame and cover it and cook it until the crust forms. And the momos should cook evenly. Place this on low to medium flame. In approximately around 5 to 10 minutes, the momos have cooked on very low to medium flame. I allowed it to roast a bit. So here you can see, if I place the spatula underneath, you can see it is roasted well and the momos have cooked. At this point I'll serve it. So just flip it on the plate and serve it as hot as possible. This lace which is formed on the sides, it is very nice and crunchy, and especially served with chili chutney it tastes excellent. So I flip the momos and I'm going to serve this as hot as possible. Click the playlist on the screen for momos. There you can find the chutney, soup and mayonnaise for momos. I've served this momos as hot as possible with the chili sauce and chili chutney. We thoroughly enjoyed it. Give this recipe a try and post your comments. If you enjoyed watching this video recipe, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to me for more recipes. Until next time, this is Vidya Lakshmi. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.